Just making up some sticker packs and decided I would take a quick video to tell a story about something an old timer once told me. I think I was just getting into the trade, so I was probably 19, 20 years old, going into the buckets for my first time, thinking I was hot shit. And he always told me, hey, tuck in your shirt. He was a good guy. He was a good guy. Would never yell at me or anything like that. I know a bunch of people would throw bell wrenches. He was not that guy. So I would tuck in my shirt, go in the bucket, not a big deal, yada yada yada. And then one day I didn't have my shirt tucked in, and I think I just started working primary, and he was like, tuck in your shirt, man. And I was like, all right. And I tucked in my shirt, and afterwards he took me aside and was like, hey, just so you know, I get on you about tucking in your shirt because a long time ago, I was in a flash. What he was doing was gray Hendrix wire here in the Northeast, obviously. Garbage. It's just the worst. He was rubbering up the gray Hendrix wire, and what happened, I think it was like a damp morning or it just rained out, rubbering it up, and it started arcing, and that arc got bigger and bigger and bigger, and he said it went around the whole Hendrix wire, and then finally hit the messenger and then just blew up. And what happened, once it blew up, he was engulfed in it. So it went into his bucket, came around, and went up his shirt. Luckily, there was a standby firefighter there. I think it was probably the early 90s, so FR materials, probably not that great. And he was still on fire as he got down on the ground, so the firefighter actually helped pat him out, get him going to the hospital. But he told me, he goes, tuck in your shirt, because if I tucked in my shirt, I wouldn't have been as much pain as I was. And so he told me that he was in the hospital, and I think it was 3 times a day they would come with a Brillo pad and get all the material out of his stomach. And he was just praying to pass out, basically, because of the pain. So ever since then, I tuck in my shirt. And I also make sure I tell my apprentices to tuck in their shirts as well. So, little tip, maybe it'll help someone out, maybe it won't. But either way, I mean, it's a story.